If you're a remodeler and you've ever said, "Where are my leads actually coming from?" then this episode is for you. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest marketing challenges remodelers face, tracking your ROI. And I promise, this isn't just for companies doing 5 million or more. Whether you're sub $1 million or you're pushing past $20 million, understanding your numbers isn't a luxury. It's critical if you want to scale. Stick around because I'm going to walk you through real practical steps that you can take today. And I'll even share a real-world example from one of our Builder Funnel workshop attendees that hits this problem square on the nose. Let's start with the red flags, the symptoms that tell you that your marketing data is off. You're investing in Google Ads, SEO, Facebook, maybe even working with an agency. But when someone asks what's working, you freeze. You're relying on gut feel. You say things like, "We've been getting more calls lately. I think it's from Facebook." You get website form submissions, but no idea how or why people landed there. Does this sound familiar? Drop a comment below if you're nodding your head, because you're not alone. This is extremely common across the entire industry. Almost every remodeler we start working with is flying blind on this, even if you have a CRM, even if you're doing all the right things. The problem usually comes down to this: your systems don't talk to each other. That's it. That's the core issue. You've got a website built on WordPress, you're using Gravity forms, you get leads through calls, emails, and social DMs. You're maybe using spreadsheets or a CRM like HubSpot or Buildertrend, but nothing is centralized. Take Mike's company in Texas. They came to our workshop and had a huge aha moment. They were blending their marketing efforts of their design build division and their handyman division called Mike's Guys. And when they looked at their marketing ROI, everything was mixed together. Design build leads, handyman leads, all under one report. And so the result was no clarity, no strategy, just guesswork and frustration. Here's what Mike said after the workshop. "We've known we compromised and diluted our data by blending our design build and Mike's Guys marketing efforts. Your analytics demo helped us see just how much not getting clean reports is holding us back from real growth." Boom. That's the moment everything clicks. You don't have a lead problem, you have a data problem. So what's the fix? Start small with attribution. So step number 1 is to install basic tracking tools. We recommend HubSpot. Even the free version is extremely powerful. If you want call tracking, use something like CallRail. You'll get unique phone numbers for each marketing channel. Google Ads, Meta, and even direct mail if you're doing that. Step number 2, add a "How did you hear about us" field. Add it to every form on your website, your landing pages, and in your emails. And then you also want to ask it on the phone. So train your office team to collect and log that information into your CRM. This might seem small, but it's huge because now you're starting to see patterns. Let's say 40% of your leads came from organic search. That's great. Maybe your Facebook ads brought in just 2 leads, despite $1,000 a month in spend. Now you know what's working and what's not. Next up, let's track what happens next. Attribution is just the first piece. Now we need to track outcomes. So what happens after someone becomes a lead? Did they convert? Did they ghost you? How long did the sales cycle take? What was the average project size? With HubSpot, you can see which pages a lead visited before they filled out a form. Track which sources brought them in. Was it an ad? Was it social media? Was it organic? Or was it referrals? Move leads through your deal stages so you know who's a hot prospect and who's gone cold. If HubSpot feels overwhelming, don't worry. You can start super basic. Just use it to capture the lead, mark them as qualified or unqualified, advance them through a simple pipeline. That alone will give you more clarity than most remodelers ever get. Now you can calculate ROI. Let's break it down. You're going to take your revenue from each lead source, and then you're going to factor in your gross margin, not just top line revenue. We'll divide that by what you spent on that marketing source. Let's walk through an example. Google Ads brought in $100,000 in revenue with a 40% gross margin. That equals $40,000 in gross profit. Let's say you spent $10,000 on ads. That's a 4-to-1 ROI. You want to aim for at least 3 to 1, ideally 5 to 1 or more. And now you'll start asking way better questions. Should we increase our ad budget or fix our landing pages first? Are we ranking on Google for high converting keywords or just fluff? What's our cost per qualified lead by source? When you're tracking this stuff, the answers start to reveal themselves. Here's a pro tip: make ROI a team KPI. So here's the deal: if your marketing coordinator is just focused on volume, they'll chase vanity metrics, things like page views, likes, and traffic. But when ROI is a shared KPI, your team will shift to focus on what actually moves the needle, which is lead quality and conversion. And when everyone's aligned, sales, marketing, production, your whole business gets more efficient. And then one final thought on this: marketing doesn't have to feel like a black box. When you clean up your data, you clean up your decisions. You stop guessing and you start growing. As Mike said in his email, we came back with the answers we were looking for. We wish the solutions were easier, but the hard truth is the hard truth. We realize the value in the investment and work it will take, and it will be a good learning process for our team. That's the mindset you want to have. So if you're tired of guessing and you want help setting up these systems, feel free to reach out. This is what we do every day here at Builder Funnel. We'll see you next time here on Builder Funnel TV.